This is the future.
It's just a matter of time until we reach 100% damage reduction in Warframe, but why do this squad leader when we have a stupidly broken survivability setup named shield gating? Well, first of all, not all Warframes are ability spammer. You all know that you need to spam abilities to somehow regain shield with the help of the Brief Respite Aura mod or the Augur mods. This way, you can gain maximum shield if you have equipped the Decaying Dragon Key, and then make good use of the 1 second invulnerability every time. With damage reduction, you don't need to spam abilities anymore, and all you need is slap mods or even arcanes to increase armor so that you will gain more damage reduction. But then, invulnerability is better than damage reduction since at a high level, you will be smacked hard by level cap enemies. Despite that fact, I'm still kind of addicted now to somehow getting that maximum percentage of damage reduction in Warframe. However, it ain't that easy to get 100% damage reduction due to diminishing returns. You can slap all the armor mods that you want, but you will still fall short, as when you stepped into the realm of 90% damage reduction, you will then notice how little the amount of damage reduction you gain compared to how much damage reduction mods, armor, and other stuff you need just to gain more than 90% damage reduction in the game. However, right now, with a bit of experimentation, you can actually get 99.99% damage reduction with the right setup. Recently, Digital Extremes added a new arcane called Arcane Double Back. This is an arcane enhancement for Warframes that increases damage reduction on performing maneuvers. This means that you gain 25% damage reduction from performing dodge, then another 25% for performing double jump, and lastly, another 25% for performing a bullet jump, which gives you a maximum of 75% damage reduction. By the way, Arcane Double Back can be obtained from Mirror Defense as a rotation B reward. Alternatively, it can be purchased from Otark for 60 Belric Crystal Fragments and Rainier Crystal Fragments each, for a total of 1,260 of each for max rank. To get full stacks, a player must perform all 3 actions, dodge, double jump, and bullet jump, but they can be in any order. For example, 2 bullet jumps in a row will only provide 1 stack of the buff, while a bullet jump plus dodge roll will provide 2 stacks. Each stack is additive with the other, for example plus 75% damage reduction at 3 stacks, but multiplicative with other sources of damage reduction. Each stack has an independent timer, and here's the part wherein some players consider this arcane useless. Sometimes, Digital Extremes are annoying their player base as they release interesting conditional mods or arcane with duration, but then they slap abysmal numbers for the duration on it. For Arcane Double Back, each damage reduction from performing a specific parkour move only lasts for 4 seconds, so it's pretty wild that you need to do it over and over again just to get the max stack of 75% damage reduction for this arcane. Honestly, I think Digital Extremes are afraid to give 100% damage reduction to us, but they are blind to see that 100% damage reduction already exists when they added the shield gating mechanic. Why can't they give us this option to stack mods and damage reduction mods, as an option for the shield gating mechanic? I just hope that in the future, they will change Arcane Double Back so that we get the full stack by performing 1 parkour move, and it will last about 8 seconds. That's it. We all know that parkour is one of the names of this game, but you are dumb to think that players would force themselves to do parkour over and over again just to get 75% damage reduction when they can just use abilities and make good use of shield gating mechanic. The Arcane Double Back has potential, but the implementation sucks, making it the worst arcane right now if you just want survivability in your build. You make an interesting arcane, but you ruin it by making it underperform when compared to other survivability setups. I'm not losing hope though, as Arcane Double Back has great potential. One is when I paired it with a parasitic armor Hildrin with 11k armor, adaptation in the build, and a whopping 1560% bonus armor buff coming from Mecha Pulse. It was insane when I had reached 99.99% damage reduction. However, this is the only problem with using damage reduction, the diminishing returns, as I have said earlier. There's so much to do just to achieve 99.99%, and you would need luck to always get a 1k% bonus armor buff from the mecha set, which is kind of crazy. So far, Parasitic Armor Hildrin is the only Warframe able to achieve this 99.99% damage reduction, but this doesn't mean that Arcane Doubleback is only made for this Warframe. Mesa can also be a great candidate with her Shatter Shield that gives out a 95% damage reduction. The same goes with Titania with her Thorn buff, and some mods like Aviator to increase the damage reduction while airborne. Chroma is also a no-brainer for this Arcane, and the same goes for a Baroque. Every Warframe that has damage reduction love this Arcane, and this can get better only if Digital Extremes will be generous to give us the max 75% damage resistance in one Parker move. Come on DE, there's no sense in balancing this when shield gating exists. Okay, hang on lads, I'm not saying to nerf shield gating, I'm suggesting the opposite and buff damage reduction so we have more options for survivability. What do you think about this idea? Let me know in the comment section below. So far, Arcane Doubleback is a nice Arcane if you have the patience to continually do Parker moves. But if you don't, then you will not like this Arcane at all, and instead of making it useful, then you will deem it useless. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.